So we did this study because we've been working on this molecule for a long time within bacterial infection. And we understand that this molecule does a lot of important pathways. And then when SARS-CoV-2 started to appear and we learn about the pathology, we realized that this molecule may be playing a really important role.
We found that when we block this caspase 11 molecule in mice, that the mice barely got sick at all whenever we infected them with SARS-CoV-2. They had very little lung damage, very little thrombosis or blood clots in the lungs, and much less inflammation in their lungs.
So the most important thing is that one molecule, just one, can control the migration of the cells that cause inflammation. Just one molecule, and this is what sets us apart from other studies still today where they have to address every pathway on its own. With one molecule, we can address several pathways together.
This is probably the most exciting thing about our research, is that if we were able to inhibit caspase 11, that would be a great treatment for COVID and a lot of the important symptoms of COVID.
So actually we got very good reactions, at least from the fellow scientists, so from the reviewers of the paper. I hope that the general public will start to notice and realize how important our finding is.
So my favorite part of being a scientist is actually seeing my students make discoveries for the first time and making them realize that they're the first person in the world to ever discover something. For example, the first person in the world to ever know that a caspase 11 deficient mouse survives better in a SARS-CoV-2 infection.
Well, I love being a scientist, and I am an MD PhD, so I have an MD background. And of course, being an MD is amazing, but being a scientist is just every day there is something new. You discover something new, you talk about, and also you have the ability to ask questions that you cannot ask when you're treating a human being. You have this idea, what does this molecule do? And again, you go to the lab and you have all the tools and you can ask that question, and sometimes the answers are mind-blowing and can change the way we treat disease, the way we understand disease.
I'm Jacob Yant, a virologist in the Department of Microbial Infection and Immunity.
And I'm Amal Amer, an immunologist in the Department of Microbial Infection and Immunity.
Please vote for Treatment for COVID as the coolest science story of the year.
It is really the coolest. Please vote for us.